everyone, today is Tech Tip Tuesday with Tech Genius. And today Martin is going to show us how to use progressive web apps on mobile devices. Over to you, Martin.
Thanks, Melanie. So some websites are progressive. It's called a progressive web app, and it's called a PWA for short. So what this basically means is that some websites can work like more like an app than a website on your phone. Now, this is something that not everybody's aware of. So I'm just what I did is I took my Android phone, it's a Samsung S8, and I just quickly went through some steps of installing one just to show you how easy it is. So I made a little recording on my phone, and I'm just going to quickly show you how it works. So this is my mobile device. So all I did is I basically open Chrome, and I'm going to show you Pinterest. It's a website that a lot of people know. So you basically go to Pinterest, you open the website, and it's just a normal website, as you can see. But then what you basically have to do is just to show you that it's open in Chrome at the moment. That's one of the apps I open. So if you click on that, they call it a hamburger, those three dots at the top right, then you'll see an option over here that says Install App. Now, only if the website is progressive, if it's a PWA, will you actually see this option Install App. If it's not a PWA, it will say Add to Home. Now, what Add to Home does is it just adds a shortcut to a website that opens in Chrome. So it's just a shortcut, like on your desktop in Windows. If you add a shortcut, and that opens a specific web page. This is something different. This PWA will now be installed as if it's an app on your device. So I'm just going to quickly show you. We click on Install. Just ask you for confirmation. Do you want to install? You click on Install, and then what you'll see in your push notifications at the top of your phone, you can actually scroll down. You can see, okay, right, it's busy adding Pinterest. Now, when that is done, so what's quite interesting is normally this is like a few seconds, but because I installed it and uninstalled it, it took a little bit longer than usual. But it's usually almost instantaneous, which is one of the big pros of progressive web apps. So it finished installing, so I just click on the push notification. Now it's opening Pinterest, and now it's opening it again. But I just want to quickly show you here. If I click on the menu key, now you can see that Pinterest is an app on its own. It's not opening in Chrome anymore. So you can still open Pinterest in Chrome if you wanted to, but now it's actually a separate app on your device. So what I just yes.
That is so nifty. I mean, specifically if you want to look at it quite a few times during the day.
Yes, it is quite nifty, I think. So I'm just going to quickly show you here. I just scrolled up to show you all the apps on my phone. So now if I search through the apps and I just type in Pinterest to see if I can find the shortcut for it, there you can see there's a shortcut as like any other app. If I click on it, there it opens the app again. So now you've got Pinterest as a progressive web app on your phone, and it's similar to, and you can see it's two similar ones. So just to sort of highlight something that surprised me the first time I did this, I was expecting this shortcut to pop up on my home screen on my device, and it actually doesn't do that. So it is listed as an app with all the other shortcuts if you look under apps. So if you want to add it on your actual home screen of your device, you just need to long press on it and say Add to Home. I'm not quite sure why they took that approach, because a lot of people might click on Install, not see it on the home screen, say, okay, where's the app? But if you actually go and look in your list of apps, you'll find it over there.
Oh, that's important. Thanks, Martin.
Sure. So I think why would you want to put a progressive web app on your phone? That's something we're going to discuss in more detail in a later video. But just sort of the quick highlights is that progressive web app, you've got shortcut on your phone like we just discussed. The other thing is a progressive web app, it differs from a normal website that it can actually open the website even if you don't have internet access, because it caches a lot of the functionality on your device. So that's another big advantage. The other thing is it installs very quickly, like you saw in the video, and you don't have to go to the Play Store to look for it, and it's actually smaller. If you install a normal app, it takes up quite a lot of space on your phone. This takes up very little space because it uses the same technology as a normal website, and web pages are typically quite small. It's very fast as well. So those are some of the big advantages. Anything that I missed, Melanie, that you can think of?
Well, the only thing that I can think of is that it's also responsive. So it doesn't matter which device you're using, it will look pretty much the same.
Yes, it's responsive, so it doesn't matter what your screen size is, it will work perfectly, and it will look good as well. And I think so the only disadvantage that I can really think of in terms of progressive web apps is the fact that it doesn't have full access to your phone's hardware, because it is in essence still a website with advanced functionality added to it. So although it's got access to your location, you know, as in the same way that a website would do, it doesn't have actually access to your GPS hardware. So it can't find your exact coordinates, and it doesn't have, although it can get, access to your audio recording it, and you can take a photograph, the same way that a website might open the camera on your device, it doesn't actually have access to the hardware of the camera on your device. So it's also very safe to use a progressive web app because it can't do anything that a normal website can't do. And I mean, nobody's scared of opening a website, but if you're opening a mobile app from your device, you need to look carefully what you're giving it permission to. Some of these things will say you want eye contact list, ability to make phone calls. It's quite interesting. And a lot of people don't actually look at those permissions. I think, mobile apps have become safer on Android than these days it tends to ask you, if it wants additional permission for something. But they're incredibly safe to use. The other thing that I forgot to mention is just the fact that it can do push notifications. So in the same way that a website, you can give it permission to actually show notifications, which is quite handy, if you're doing something like, let's say, let's take the Pinterest example for, if content is added that might be relevant for you, there might be a message that actually displays on your phone. So that's another nice feature. It's just important to note that the push notification works on Android devices, but it's currently not supported on the Safari browser on Apple phones, on iPhones. But for all Android phones, that functionality is currently supported.
Well, thank you, Martin. That's all for today. And tune in next Tuesday for our Tech Tuesday with Tech Genius.